Hello everyone, this is WX Ninja with your daily weather update as well as your California wildfire update. Remember, if you want to get updates as soon as I make a video, you just subscribe and hit the bell icon and that will let you know. This is the LA Fire Department website, and here is the information. We'll look at this map a little bit bigger on a different page. Now, if you are in this area, I recommend go to this page, watch this video, some good information. Here's information on the fire. 656 acres. It is 5% contained. 7,100 residences are in the mandatory evacuation zone. 8 have been destroyed and 6 have been damaged. We'll go to this evacuation map here in a minute. Here are the borders of the fire for the evacuation zones. Temscal Canyon Road on the west, Sunset Boulevard on the south, Mulholland Drive in the north, and the 405 is the east border. Here are the prepared zones and their borders. There's a bunch of different information: evacuation shelters, animal evacuation centers, just the command post, just different information here on what's going on with this fire. Some good videos. So I would definitely go to this page if you are in that area. Again, it'll be linked in the description here of the video. So here's the evacuation areas. They have lifted some, and they went to just evacuation warning, probably because the fire has moved out of that area. But you can see a large area is in our mandatory evacuation area, and then the warning is over here. So if you are in this area, just get out now. It's obviously a bad situation. There's going to be strong winds coming tonight. The humidity is going to go up a little bit, which typically helps with wildfires because it puts more moisture in the air. But with the winds being so strong, that moisture isn't going to stick around for very long. By tomorrow morning, it's going to be a very bad situation. Last night, they did have some fires pop up, and it's a good thing that people were evacuated because there wouldn't have been time for them to get out. So that's why you want to get out. With as dry as it is, with these winds and the fire going, you just never know where hot spots are just going to kick up because the wind is blowing and it blows the embers out in front, and that's just what pushes the fire. On this page, kind of an overview of the state and the different fires that's going on. This Kincaid fire, 15% contained, 75,000 acres. So big fire, and it's not very well contained. Again, going to be hot and dry in this area, and it's just going to continue. We don't see any rain or any relief really in sight. So you want to stay up. If you live anywhere in California, you want to stay up to date on all these watches and warnings. So let's go into the forecast models and take a look what's going on overall. Now, as you can see here, we have the Gulf is getting some rain down there, and then you have your snowstorm here creeping into the Four Corners region. Pretty cold in this area. I see some moisture headed out west or east of Texas. Ahead of the low, you got some rain into Oklahoma, parts of Texas. That kind of stays there, moves a little bit, and then you get kind of your ice storm. So we'll have to see how this develops, how big of a area is going to get the freezing precipitation that's not snow, meaning sleet or freezing rain. Hopefully it won't be a lot. Some heavier rain here. And the snow behind it, and then it just kind of slowly moves off to the east. Get some pretty heavy showers here. Eastern seaboard, it's going to hit you guys as this low moves on and continues to strengthen. Could be some big snows in the upper Great Lakes region here. This is Friday. And then it just heads off to the north and east and slams the east coast there with a bunch of rain. And then it gets a little quieter throughout the country. Again, California is just high and dry, unfortunately. Again, up Great Lakes, we see a little more snow into Saturday. All this moisture here on the East Coast stays off. You see the low up in Canada. Again, giving some Great Lakes some snow, maybe some lake effect snow. Then it kind of quiets down as we head into next week. See a little low here, bring some snow up into the northern states again. So staying active up north there. Again, some snow into Montana and The Dakotas, Minnesota. Again, develops over the Great Lake region. Keeps heading off to the east there. And off to the northeast. So follows the same general path of the other low. And then keeps heading off. See another little bit of snow here coming into the same area. Again, Montana, Dakotas, Minnesota. You guys are used to the snow this time of year. We're going to see the jet stream dip, and it's going to give you guys some more snow here, it looks. This is next Friday. Scoots off to the Great Lakes, rain producer behind, or to the south and west of it. More snow for the Great Lakes. And then we see some action coming into the west. Looks like maybe Seattle gets in on some rain. Some snow in the higher terrain there. Montana snow. Another big low setting up here across the east, bringing more rain to the eastern seaboard. As the west coast gets some rain, Montana gets some more snow, and then we see the is that subtropical moisture maybe a little bit there. Maybe tries to tie in some, bring some heavier rain in parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, far northwest part of Louisiana. And this is way out there. November 6th, or I'm sorry, November 10th. We see some rain trying to approach California. Now, we've seen this before, and the models have always backed off of it. So we'll have to see if this holds, because this is at the end of the run. And remember, things aren't that great with the models the further out in time you get. A big snow producer in the northeast here, it looks like. Heavy rain. If this happened, this would really help to kill the wildfire threat there throughout California. Heavier rains and mountain snow. Hopefully this happens. This is Veterans Day. And this is pretty much the end of the run, but you can see that moisture stays over California as the big system moves off the east coast. Another big low moving off. It's pretty much the west coast getting some rain, some much needed rain, some snow up into Montana again. And then it just scoots off through California, giving them some more rain. So that'd be good. This will be one heck of an ice storm, it looks like, setting up across the central part of the U.S. We'll have to see if that holds true. Heavier showers here in parts of Louisiana. And the big snow producer up there in the Great Lake region with rain to the south, another low moving into the west coast. Again, this is way out in time. You see another low headed into California, giving them more rain. And that was a pretty strong low, 988. Set up for some wind for the west coast there as it moves into Washington State. So if the end of this model holds true, California, you could be getting some rain, possibly by Veterans Day. Now that's way out there. A lot can change, and we usually see a lot change in these models when you get that far out, but man, that sure be good to see. Top over to the snow forecast. As you see the snow in the central part of the U.S. right now, 2 and 3 inches here. We'll go forward another 24 hours. See, it scoots off to the east, 4 and 5 inches, central part of the U.S. Moves off to the northeast, 3-4 inches there around Chicago maybe. Upper Montana, 2 to 4 inches. Everything moves off to the east, just like we saw at that low. Some snow showers behind it. Gets pretty quiet throughout the country, snow-wise. A little bit of snow here in the upper parts of Montana. Northern states, maybe 3 to 6 inches in some parts. You see, it kind of backs off. Some leftover snow showers. Higher terrain looks like it gets some decent snow. Same thing, northern states, 1 to 3 inches maybe. This is where the Great Lakes was getting in on the snow. You see some 6-inch snow totals up there. Scoot off. We'll get the northern states again, maybe 2 to 6 inches up here in the higher terrain in Montana. Parts of Maine, they're going to get some snow, it looks like. Again, this is way out there, so we'll see if it holds true. Upper states, 2 to 4 inches maybe. Then just kind of scattered snow showers. Looks like a big snowstorm here in the upper mountains on the east coast there. Then you get a big snowstorm moving through the central part of the northern states here. Up around the Great Lakes region. Wisconsin looks like you'll get in on some snow if this holds true, up to 8 inches in some areas. So that'd be a big event. Again, this is way out in the future. And you see it kind of moves off, another foot of snow in parts. Could be a big snow producer if it happens. Then it moves off. Wow, 16 inches in some places. Extreme northern Maine. Excuse me, that'd be a big event, but again, this is so far out in the future, it probably won't happen that way. Here's your departure from average temperatures. You can see how the cold grip in the country on the western 2/3 sticks around. You see the warming on the west coast here. Warmer than average on the east. Kind of stays the same as this sags a little bit south. Gets into parts of Texas and Oklahoma. They've been at cool overall. Texas and Oklahoma, they've seen some snow already. The cold kind of dissipates. You see the warming on the west coast here. Not what you want to see in California. Then it gets even warmer. This cold pool scoots off to the east. See another shot trying to come in. Kind of shunts the warmer air, but still keeping it warm and dry in California. Then that scoots off to the central part of the U.S. Stays warm over here, a little warmer than average on the east coast in spots. Really warms up along the west here. See another cold pool up here. So we'll have to see what happens here. Again, this wildfire situation is horrible. Here's your evacuation zones here for the LA area. Hopefully that situation doesn't get worse. Keep you in our thoughts and prayers. Again, if you want to get these updates, click subscribe and the bell icon, and that'll notify you via email as soon as I upload a video. All right, everyone, take care and stay safe out there.